So this video is for the week that the kids are going to Disney next week. And that week we're going to cover volume. I honestly only have about 8 kids going to Disney. So I am moving on. It's just part of what we got to do. The kids that are at Disney will basically get this lesson, and then they could still watch the videos each day. I'm going to kind of give a crash course right now. Here we go. So the volume. The volume it's just the measure of space occupied by a solid region. Personally, I think of volume as like the tissues inside the tissue box. It's the stuff inside it. Okay. The formula for the volume of a rectangular prism. Rectangular being the key there, because we already know to get the area of a rectangle, we need length times width. That would be the area of just this box. Now, because it is a prism, it has that, what I'm going to call 3D effect. It has a height. So the full formula for volume of a rectangular prism is what we call V equals length times width times height. V is capital. The L is in a cursive L. And then the width and the height. Please stop. Now, here is the situation. We can also find the volume for any shape based on basically the base of that shape. Whatever the base is, if it's a triangle, we can figure that out. Then times height. If it is this one, B is the base. Okay, so that they have a fancier formula with a capital B. This is why last week.
Waiting in Miss Bird's room. It is now time for car riders to be dismissed. Car riders may be dismissed.
We asked you to do B times H and to do lowercase b and h, but capital B is because B is going to stand for length and width.
I was going to ask, so like for the L, would it be like that L or?
It's that L.
So I'd have to do like a
Lowercase L. Looks like a tall E almost. So the formula for the volume of any prism is take the base, whatever the area of the base is, multiply it times the height, and you get the volume. So it's V equals big B, little h. Now, what it is down here. We have colored the base for these rectangular prisms. And it's kind of like last week where if they ask us to find the volume, you write the formula. Then you got to figure out your length, your width, and your height. Here is the base. This is the whole thing that shape is going to be based on, which is a rectangle, okay? So, length is 10. Width is 5. Then they did times the height is 2. Formula for volume is always to the third power because you're multiplying 3 numbers. Length times width times height. Okay. So we kept going. Number 2. These are just examples. We did the back side of this one because it gives us the 2 numbers. It gave me that wall and that wall. So it gave me the length and the width. Okay, times the height. Same thing here when you go to shade in a base. You want the 2 numbers that are on the same wall. These 2 both touch that wall. So we use those first, times 6 3/4 to get the 12 yards cubed. Okay, go into the next one. Let's see. This one gave us multiple numbers. We didn't need them all, but that's okay. Since they shaded in 4 and 10, that's where we get that. 17 going back to get that answer. And then the last part is really where they give you a sentence, knowing that it's a rectangular prism. It's a 10 and a 7 and a base of 12. Filling it all in to get the volume of 840 meters cubed. This is the basis of what we're doing this week is volume. So, on the back here, what you're going to do is you're going to color in your base and find the volume of each rectangular prism. It doesn't matter which.
It is now time for second round buses to be dismissed. Second round buses may be dismissed.
It doesn't matter which base you choose, as long as you're choosing a base that has two numbers. So, I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to do this one a 3 by 4. That is going to be my base, 3 times 4. When I do this problem, I'm going to do volume equals length times width times height. I guess I'll do a dot. 4 times 3 is 12 times 7. 84. I'll look up there and it's meters cubed. I guess you can finally see the difference. Miss Sawyer did all of hers in the calculator. It's okay, I'm very late. They just didn't know. They did all three. It's okay. They did all three numbers and went straight to the answer. It's okay. I kind of make them show both steps. Not a big deal. It's okay. I'm going to do one more. Y'all can get an extra lesson on volume. Ha. Okay, on this one, I'm going to use the bottom. It is a 10 by 7. That's going to be my shaded in base. And then my height would be the 9. So 70 times 9, 630 centimeters cubed. Cubed. Okay, you do the rest of those. The next week, we kind of will post a video each day showing the answers to those problems. Then, okay, the next day, all this page is notes. Sounds silly, but these are pictures of 3D shapes. Rectangular pyramid. Pyramids always come to a point. That kind of helps me at least. Triangular pyramid, because the base is a triangle. That base is a rectangle. That base is a rectangle. Prisms. The prisms are flat on each end. No point, so that helps. Based on the base again, rectangle, cube, triangle. The walls are triangles. Okay, flat. If you unfold these things, they're called a net. These are called nets. Okay, a net is it unfolded. That's all these are. Examples of if you unfold them, this is what they could look like. Okay, I think of like a fisherman's net, and when they open it up, it's a lot bigger than when it's all curled up on the back of the boat. So on the back, it is more practice of what we did yesterday, or the sheet before this. Color your base. Find the volume of each rectangular prism. Now on this one, I knew there was something different. Okay. On some of these, they went ahead and gave you the base. So, if the base is right here at 56, or I think that's 56. Okay. What this formula would need to be is the big B times the height. It's been a while. Big B times H. Okay, because they gave us the base is 56 times the height is 6. You didn't have to do the two measurements because they just went ahead and gave it to you. 336. inches cubed. Okay? But if they give you all three numbers, then you need to use the formula length times width times height. Shading in my base, I'm going to do 9 times 7 times 5, 35 times 5. Okay. Got it. Keep going. Keep going. And then on these, all they're wanting you to do is name the figure. So look back at this piece of paper. Tell me what the shape is. And then on the back, when it is unfolded, what the shape is. So using these bottom nets, the notes on the nets, what shape are these? You're just naming the figure. And that'll be all we pretty much cover while you're gone. No test or quizzes. Just make sure you really know volume when you get back. Thank you very much. Have a good time.